Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Highsight, and this is Fair Winds. So I'm already confused by this menu. I think these are levels. That's my best guess. These are supposed to be levels. WSD. Oh, we can use controller. Let's try the controller. So we'll try out the controller, and I'm guessing these are levels. I figured they'll have titles or something next to them. Maybe that's going to be their level. Okay, here we go. Go! Good advice. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm trying. Okay, X. There we go. So X, and then we tilt the sail, I think. Hold down X, tilt the sail. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. So if I hold X, the sail goes out, and then I can kind of guide the ship to a degree, to a very varying degree. The winds are going to control me more than anything else. And then we get into the battleship. Yay? Yay! Yay! Next one. Need to use mouse. Boop. Let's try the arrow keys. Why not? So, with the arrow keys, it's W to move, to bring out the sail, and then you left and right. Simple enough, pretty much the same exact concept. Oh, I see, but the wind only works in certain angles, and that's what that circle represents. When you get the red area, or in the red area, you don't have any momentum anymore until the wind changes. And if you look in the top left, you can actually see the wind slowly changing. Now, ordinarily, I would say that's not a good place for that, right? I would ordinarily end up saying something along the lines of, well, you got to be careful because people aren't going to look there. But here's the thing. Uh-oh. Did I hit? Ah, I sunk. But ordinarily, if you were actually sailing, you wouldn't be looking straight ahead and being able to see things like windsocks and everything. You'd have to look away to look at your tools. So this actually kind of works for this game. You can look away and kind of leave the safety of knowing where you're going for a split second so you can see where you will be going. There we go, kind of break through there. Sometimes it looks like you can kind of break through. There it is. 28 seconds. Let's try the next one. It's like Pilot Wings, but for sailing. Pilot Winds. Oh, man. Ooh, okay. Gotta follow the buoys. That's a good sound effect. Uh-oh. Kind of lost the wind for a second there. Ah, you see, that's what's going to get tricky, because it's very easy to screw yourself over, because the wind is RNG for the most part, right? I don't think there's any way to really control the wind, and I'm sure sailors have known this for a while. Now, we get a little indicator of when the change is coming. But for the most part, like right there, if I were over there when that was going, I'd be screwed. Look at that, but it's shifting beforehand. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Sometimes it seems to just shift on a whim. Try to get away from the rocks, though. Got to circle around there. Careful, careful. Losing the breeze. And then you got to kind of fight against it, because you know you're not going to get any wind, but you can kind of work around it. Now, I would like it if the green circle with the red spot, the dead spot, stayed up at all times. Right now, it only actually stays up if you are trying to move into the red area. But it'd be way more helpful to know if I'm about to accidentally move into the red area. Right now, it's kind of guesswork. Guesstimation, I guess, really. Let's try to turn the boat a little that way. Get a little bit of... It's an interesting concept, though, trying to catch wind. Alright, so... Alright, we're going down this way. Careful, careful. Uh-oh. Debris! Turn! Turn, dang you! Oh, but then the debris turns. Slow turning. It's a slow, thoughtful game, and that's not inherently bad. It's never an inherently bad thing to make a game that's slow and thoughtful. But it does require a lot of patience. It's definitely an almost Zen-like game. Until you're about to die. And Treeline Games hears that about the circle a lot. So it's not just me that's recommended that. Ooh, fog. Here we go. Very hard to see. Gotta try to avoid the... And look at that wind. I like how the wind pushes the debris. That is a brilliant move. Plays out nicely. Come on. Fight against it. Come on, come on. Random wind shifts everywhere. All right, we got 2 buoys to cross. And I can see that now. That's what those bells are on top of the time limit. So we got... Ooh, careful. Uh-oh, no wind there. Grab this one. It's a very tricky game indeed. But a lot of it is also counterintuitive to the player, right? The fact that you don't really have much control over your own movement means the player... they're kind of reliant on RNGs to a degree. But at the same time, it's not like you can't relatively account for it. You can definitely plan ahead to a degree as to like, hey, I know the wind's about to shift, so maybe I should be in a less dangerous area. The windsock, I must say, is a brilliant presentation mechanic. Very true to life. It plays pretty well so far, but I feel like it's missing that wow factor. It's missing... It plays well for, like, a quick little game that you'll play maybe once or twice, which some games that's kind of what you aspire to be. But if you were going for more, I feel like you need deeper mechanics than just the wind, right? We have the winds and the buoys and the drifting debris. And while the drifting debris is really cool, I feel like it's rarely the center point of danger. Oh, there we go. Tapped up against the rocks, dead. Which, you know... should absolutely be like that. That was a good sinking right there. It looked pretty solid. Now, I'm not sure if it's because I feel like it's not ramping up enough, or it's just because there's not too much danger. I mean, if you're slow, you'll be fine. But obviously, this is a game where you're timed. You do your best when you really... Ooh. Strong current. There we go. There's the mechanic I think I'm looking for. Strong currents. That current was actually pushing me towards the rocks. That's what was getting me, was I wasn't accounting for the current. And if you look at the water, gotta put this out right there. Love the way the water looks. Top-notch water presentation. The way it's kind of fighting and, waving and all that fun stuff. Really cool. So that means that's a downstream, right? But it does get a little disorienting. Like, I'm trying to figure out if that's conveying to me it's a downstream. Nope. It's conveying to me... First of all, that I need wind. And second of all, that it's going leftish. Down leftish. Come on. Change wind. You're not changing for a while. One more bell. Nope, not that rock. There it is. So for speedrunners and time trialers, they'd probably like this game, but I can't tell if the winds are random or planned out, because if they're random, well, that kind of screws over the time trial aspect, doesn't it? Because you might just get a lucky wind. I'm just going to wait it out, I think. I'm not really drifting towards the rocks. So not too much danger there. There we go. Ding, ding. Now we just get to the end. Is that a box full of rocks? Is that another box full of rocks? Why do you have these things, Nature? Nature, who told you needed boxfuls of rocks? I'm not quite sure what that means. I've seen that a couple of times now. Oh, dang it. I kind of got screwed there. Like, right there, I would have been totally fine if the wind didn't shift on me and just happened to point in that direction. Would have been absolutely perfect. No problem. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. And that means I have to start all over. And that's pretty rough, admittedly. So that's where the RNG can really just be like, oh, why? And I understand that is the sailor's dilemma, isn't it? They're trying to catch the best winds they can. But that isn't necessarily always what they get. But even still, you gotta, if you're making a game around it, you gotta plan for that eventuality. Give the players some way to fight back to some degree. At that point, I was screwed because I couldn't turn without hitting the sandbar, and if I didn't turn, I was gonna hit the sandbar. It was just a question of, oh, well, you lose this one, try again next time, and I was just thinking, oh, why? So, I guess maybe I could have backed up. I guess there is kind of a backup mechanic, isn't there? Let's try to get a little ways away. Nope. I'm just killing myself slowly if I do that. Come on, just gotta wait it out. It is literally facing the only direction I want to go. I am barred from going the only direction I wish to go. And not just for a little while either. That was a long spell. This time around I'm barred, but not as much, for whatever reason. Yeah, some of those wind spells can be really rough. Alright, I'm actually going to hold out here because the wind's about to shift and I don't want to get in that same scenario I was just in. Yep, see, if I went in there, I would have actually died. I would have been stuck without wind, which actually might still happen, so let's see. This is a long wait time. Look at how slowly it's going this time around. I just gotta wait for it. And this is where you're gonna fall into your biggest player trap right here. This is where the player is just waiting. There's not much more I can do. I'm just waiting and holding W and just waiting. And if I need to, I'll turn a little to the left or a little to the right. But look at all the progress I'm losing right now. Look at how little options I have to fight back at this. This is just me in a scenario where I cannot win. Pick up the coal boxes. Ah, so these are good. These coal boxes are good things. Now, why would I know that, though, as a player? I've been trained for this game so far to assume touching anything is bad. So why would I have known that the coal box is a good thing? You gotta really give some way of indicating that that's what that is. I thought it was a box of rocks. I literally thought it was just debris. So these are coal boxes, which are good. And notably good, because I wouldn't be able to make it through here right now if I didn't have it. Yeah, as a player, I would have no idea that those were good things to touch. Alright, let's go again. So let's go ahead and... Well, that's not necessarily true. Now I'm being told maybe I would have known that they were a good thing because there were no other options. I disagree with that, because if I waited for the right wind pattern, I could have made it. But it was a question of waiting quite a bit. Ooh, big ship. Big ship. Alright, now we're in a pretty big wide open storm area, and I like the idea of kind of dodging other ships as I go. That's slick. That could end up very interesting. So let's see. We got one ship there, one ship there. As long as it doesn't start firing at me, I think I might be able to slowly mosey past it on this side. Oh, maybe not. There's the exit, but I haven't done my buoys yet. Here we go. Got a lot for this one. Careful. Careful. Uh-oh. But that's the direction I want to go. So I have to wait, right? Unless I had any coal. The physics of it all is quite good, but the problem is it's also kind of its detriment, as I was saying before. You're in situations sometimes where you're just kind of forced to wait, unless you have some of that coal. Oh, speaking of which, give me some of that coal. Nope, don't go over there. There we go. Some good old coal. Maybe you should have the ships plan ahead to actually have a little bit of coal at the beginning. And then when you're out of coal, you switch to the wind. Then you're purely dependent on the wind. Because the wind will always have an impact on you in the sense that it changes how the tides act. So you'll always be fighting against the tides. But maybe you have the option of utilizing your coal or utilizing the wind. Right now, I can only do both at the same time or nothing. Oh, careful, careful. Okay, got it. And there's one left somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. When I move forward here, that's when the coal's being used, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. It's not red. Oh, there we go. Last one. And the ship's moving. Terrifying. Ding, ding. Uh-oh. I'm out of coal. No. Gotta wait. There we go. See, like right here, I'm fighting against the stream more than anything else. Or not the stream, the current. Current's the word. And that's cool. The idea of fighting against the current is cool. But you might want to consider putting more emphasis on the coal. For one thing, I have no bar or anything that gauges how much more coal I have. If I had that, then you could easily set it up so I could determine for myself whether or not I wanted to use the coal with a second button. Alright, let's go for the next level. More coal right at the beginning. There we go. It's a good start, if I can make it to it. And then there goes the debris. Let's try to back up a little. Ooh, I ain't making it to that coal anytime soon. You did that on purpose. Well done. Oh, wait a minute. That's a shift. Alright, let's get through. Yay for coal. I almost wish you could make a metagame out of this where... Okay, picture this. You have a good engine here. and you could utilize it to create a trading adventure game where you have to deliver things in a set amount of time. That's cool. That's cool as hell. I just want to point that out right now. That's slick. Anyway, you could set up a trade route adventure game where you have to get things to their destination on time. And through doing that, you can buy upgrades for your ship. In addition to upgrades, you can buy coal, which you'll start off with, and many other little things that basically make your ship faster for these deliveries. I mean, you could really make a pretty solid, compelling adventure game out of this if I'm very careful. Very careful. Yeah, there it is. I think you could do a lot with this. This is a great framework, a great engine. No, I turned a little too far. It's a great engine for a potential really cool sailing adventure game. All right, let's try to get the coal real quick this time. Come on, grab the coal. Once you get the coal, you're good. Ah, crap, never mind. Well, live dangerously? Yeah, live dangerously. Team kick-ass. Team dead. Sunless Sea is like that. I've actually not played Sunless Sea yet, but I've heard a lot about it. That's a roguelike, right? You could definitely make this into a potential adventure roguelike. I could see that. I could definitely see that. That'd be solid. Come on, team live kick-ass. Nope. I'm just getting daring now. Come on. Come on. Move forward. Oh, there we go. So the potential metagame you could have here is earning money to upgrade your ship to do tougher deliveries. So I'm going to refer back to Monster Hunter again for the second time tonight. In Monster Hunter, the whole goal of the game is to fight monsters and get parts from them to make better equipment, to fight bigger monsters, to get better parts, to make better equipment, to fight bigger monsters. The point is, you'd be upgrading your ship to take on harder routes and do more daring things. You could upgrade from just a straight up small ship like this one with only a sail to getting the coal engine, to being able to actually buy the coal for the coal engine. And then you got to start determining, well, if I take this particular delivery, will the profits pay for the amount of coal that I'm doing? Will that afford me to buy the upgrades? There's a lot you could do here to actually set up a potentially rather large spanning adventure that could its only real meta goal could be to just be able to take on bigger tasks. You don't have to make a much bigger goal than to present players with a bigger challenge to face with their new beautiful ship, you know? You could easily just kind of like the challenge is its own reward. Oh no, but now I can't see the coal, but I want the coal. I want the coal. Give me the coal. Give me the coal. There you go. Euro Sailor Simulator. I like that. Careful, don't turn too much. We learned that lesson the hard way. Ding ding. Oh, there's ding ding number 2. There's definitely a lot you could do here. I think this is an excellent engine to build on top of, to build a full-fledged game on top of. Oh no, don't you dare! That wasn't even my fault! How could you, sir? I wasn't in the way of... Well, maybe I was, actually. I guess I did kind of go away from the buoy a little bit. I saw my goal. But anyway, yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot that could be done here, and I think you've got an excellent start to what could be a very cool adventure game, but I think the way you have it set up right now, with the level system, is not the way to go. He was definitely speeding. He was caution to the wind. Didn't give a crap. It's like those tractor trailers you see on the highways that are going like 80 miles an hour when you're just going 65 in the right lane. And you're like, I'm going to die from this guy. Trading could be really fun. Absolutely. But yeah, I will definitely say that is definitely what I see when I see this. Is I see a potential great ship-to-ship trading game, a delivery game even, I guess you could say. Like, you're not necessarily, you could be delivering parcels for royalty or something like that, like very dangerous voyages. But I see the potential for a very great non-linear game where, like, you go to different ports and you buy different things and you take on different tasks. Okay, I gotta gun it because I think this is my only chance. Nailed it. And the faster you deliver, the more money you might get for, like, a fast delivery. Slow deliveries, less money. Crashes, obviously, you get you get hit really hard if you get a crash. Maybe a one-hit, maybe crashes aren't necessarily one-hit kills, but they might deal damage to the boat, which can be patched up. So you have to kind of like stop for a minute and patch up your boat so you can keep going. There's a lot you can do here. I think that this game, with what it is right now, lends itself to being able to do so much more than what it's currently doing. This game has the potential, in my opinion, to be an outstanding trading experience, and that's where I personally, that's where I'd like to see it go. But as it is right now, it's a fun little romp. It's a fun little, try to make the fastest time you can on these little delivery things. I like it. I like it a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Fair Winds, rather. Fair Winds, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching.